Hello, everyone. This is Yonks with REtoken, the real estate DAO, and it is our 16th community call. I cannot believe it, and got a lot of agenda planned for tonight. And before we do that, I'm going to just roll through a quick list of who was hanging out here in no particular order. I'm going to start off with the new person right in the middle of my Zoom screen, Brian Nair. We've got my wonderful wife, Mrs. Yonks, Brian Freeman, Blurs, Crush, Julie, D-Sign, Amy, Ryan, Blackfire, Teresa, and Dax. So we have a full house tonight on our 16th community call, and we've got a lot of agenda. I also have an upcoming airdrop. That's something that I'm working on getting caught up. I did an airdrop the other night, so don't worry, it's coming, and hopefully this one will get me caught up, but I am absolutely committed to get caught up, and more importantly, excited that we have some dev team as far as really putting some of the tools in place to automate this. But anyway, let's get on track for our agenda. And right here, we biddle a REtoken ReLaunch. So that's one of the things that's really kind of taking shape here in December of 2021. We're almost in 2022. So one of the things here, we are a Web3 tokenized community, and we love the participation. And I'm going to actually digress momentarily, show the live stream chat channel. And if anybody is watching our live stream, please feel free to chime in. I'm actually going to, and this is one of the things that I didn't do before we got started on our live stream. For those people that are on the Zoom here, if you could do your best to engage via the Zoom, or via the YouTube, that would be most fabulous. YouTube loves the engagement, and I'll throw a link in there for everybody, or if somebody else could do that, that would be fabulous. So anyway, let's keep on rolling. So again, one of the opportunities that we have, it's immediate need, and this is something that I've been talking about and will continue to talk about, is somebody that loves getting their creative juices flowing as far as from a producer standpoint. And we love coming live to you. We love bringing the journey. I mean, this is all a journey. We're all learning here together. And one of the things I'm going to talk about later on, potentially, we will see if we have time, but the other is also post-production, adding some key moments. And I want to thank Julie for doing the timestamp keeping for us. That's been absolutely fabulous. And this is, again, just some of the ways. And if there's anything that you're interested in contributing and you're not sure how to do that, feel free to reach out to myself, Mrs. Yonks, or any one of the other leaders that we've got within REtoken right now. So keeping on scrolling through, we've got our Google Calendar. That's the best way to stay apprised as far as all of the activities. And let me actually just show you that right now, because we've got a pretty full calendar coming up here for the rest of the week. And actually immediately after this, we, the team, this is literally the second week that we are learning a new tool together, Coordinate. And that's one that I'm very, very excited about, because that's one of those tools that will be in place that should provide more scalability. It's also got a permissionless capability where you can vouch for somebody that you would like to invite into your circle. That's the way that it's organized within Coordinate. So if you're interested in getting engaged with our community, REtoken, the real estate DAO, December is the time to do it. I mean, we're really starting to develop some teams here so that we can really lay a solid foundation and have an amazing 2022. So
hey, Yonks.
Yes, go ahead, Blurs.
Just for context for everyone who's watching, can you just give a time zone for what we're looking at here?
Yes, this is Eastern time zone. So thank you for, there's a little right here, and we have our Google Calendar. Let me actually go back to the Trello card, because that's one of the things that I love about Google Calendar is if you load up the Google Calendar, and there's a couple places to find that. I mean, it's on this Trello card. Let me show the Gitbook link that we've got here. It's linked here in our Discord. Let me bring open the Discord. A lot of people enter Discord into the Start Here channel. That's where most of the links come in. The Google Calendar is linked right here. And then it's also like right up here in the corner when you enter the Discord, it's linked right up here. One of the things too, the community was speaking. Some people just absolutely are not fans of Discord. And that's one of the opportunities that we are being intentional about exploring and putting in place for those people that are frustrated as far as their experience with Discord. And we'll talk more about that here later this evening. So did that bring some additional light on that opportunity, Blurs? All righty. So just moving through the list here. One of the other things too, to rewind a little bit. So the light paper, the team has been hard at work. We actually just completed or concluded our working group number 6. And I've got the Gitbook docs.retoken.info. And let me just bounce over real quick here. This is what you see when you go to our light paper. We biddle passive income with real estate investing for everyone. And we'll go through this a little bit more here later today. And I'm going to just go back to the agenda. So I already mentioned the new platform team, and with the new platform team, that's where we're committed. We biddle in inclusive and platform agnostic community. So one of the things that I would want to encourage everybody to take a look at, and I don't know how familiar people are with the threads component. And one of the things that I would like to have a little bit better understanding as far as whether people are normally using Discord on their mobile experience, like on a handheld, like an iPhone, or if they're doing it on a computer. But here's what it looks like on a computer. We moved the voting and proposal section to this DAO Gov category, voting proposals. It's been the same channel name for a while. And if you go up here at the very top, threads. So have created a ton of threads here surrounding this REtoken relaunch month. And one of the ones that we spoke about here last night during our white paper working group is we biddle Web3 monk badasses. Now, that's not one I'm going to go into detail. I'm still wanting to hear some feedback. We've got a thread on that here in Discord. And just the reason that I was wanting everybody to take a look at all of these threads is I don't have the time to go through each and every one here tonight during the community call. This is one that I'm hoping that everybody can kind of navigate in. And I've got 5 that I'm going to talk about here later during the community call that are going to be coming very soon through the snapshot proposal process. We've already had some conversations about that. And that's actually one of the things that I was going to just rewind a little bit. And this is where we're again working on improving the governance process. And this is the one that I was talking about. See the big rocket here? And this is one where we threw out a REtoken bonus during the core team call on Sunday. And this is where we got 14 people and everybody was liking the idea on this. And this is again where these 5 proposals, these are 5, as you can see, of like a lot. So again, I would encourage everybody to go through, read these, comment. This is a good opportunity to do that. That being said, we're still, again, being intentional about exploring other opportunities to engage within the community. And this is a great time to get involved and have your voices heard. So to keep on going here, because we've got so much to go through, and let me keep that going back to our Trello card here real quick. And I'll talk about this one here later too, if I have some time, because this is something tax season, you know, we're looking on coming up. That's been a conversation. There was Amy was reaching out to as far as some concerns as far as the tax treatment here. And this is we do have a milestone that we have went through where we went from a member managed DAO to now we're an algorithmically managed DAO. And the algorithm, that's basically like a fancy word for the blockchain. I think that was a question that Teresa had. That's just, again, a fancy word. There's algorithms that make the blockchain stuff all happen. So teams, we have launched this new teams element here. Like last month, we just had the core team, and I didn't even know this, but I found out that there was a TLD.team, and fortunately, the RET real estate token was available. We also have a Webiddle proposal for RET.eth. I'm going to put some more details in that. It's just haven't had the bandwidth here to do that yet. But right now we have an opportunity. I think most of us know that we need to do a refresh or a reboot or whatever you want to call it. I guess we could call it a relaunch, but with our website. And the wonderful thing about a new domain like that is that we don't even have to have like a complicated migration strategy. So again, not going to spend time on this. We've got too much agenda, and I'm going to put a timer on here real quick so that we can keep on track. So we're 25 minutes past. So relaunch team captains. We are introducing a team captain concept here during REtoken relaunch. So these will be team leads, and roles and responsibilities will be getting defined here. That's one of the opportunities that I'm really wanting to see here in the team conversations. Like going back over here to our Gitbook page, like here's what we've got. We've got the teams that we've got defined, and you click on the teams and there's nothing here. So that's one of the things that I'm hoping that we can really get clarified on. Like we've got this core team concept, the opportunity of getting some parameters defined around that. One of the other opportunities on this team launch captain. So I was very excited. Thank you again, Blurs. You did an absolutely wonderful job leading the core team call on Sunday. That occurs Sunday at 3:00. We had a content team call last night. And that the people that participated in that, that's what we're utilizing to do Coordinate. Again, if you're really wanting to participate and engage, now's the opportunity to do that. Immediately after this, we're going to hop right in for those that are able and talk about Coordinate. We're all learning here together, and this will be a great time to do that. So the ambassadors team, and this is one of the other things I'm going to actually go look at right now. This one specifically is Webiddle a leadership factory. And this is one of the opportunities that I think that we have with this framework here. And I really believe that everything rises and falls on leadership. So the opportunity to develop this team captain component, we're really structuring it for a 4-week cycle. We're fully aware that most people aren't doing this thing here full-time. A lot of people have other obligations, whether it's a full-time job or some people like to call it fiat farming here in the crypto world. So anyway, we'll be talking more about that, but really this team captain idea that we're just working on defining, we're really looking at doing that in 4 weeks, which will run in tandem with round 1 of Coordinate. So this week right here, our second week, this is of Coordinate, round 1-2. We're having a midweek sync at the conclusion of this. So going back to the agenda, and the other opportunity too is, again, one of the things that we're looking at and having some side conversations about is putting Superfluid in place. That was one of the things that showed up on our radar during the DAO Global Hackathon. Didn't make sense for us to really engage as far as doing any of the bounties that came up during that, but we did really like the tool the opportunity that provides. And that's one of the things I believe that the team captain will be a great opportunity for us to utilize that. And those conversations are very early, but we're looking to have more effort on that initiative specifically here within the next 3 to 5 days, I would say. But I'm going to let anybody else chime in that's on the Zoom here as far as any questions that you might have on the core team. And if somebody could let this run until 7:35 as far as the questions, hopefully we won't go that long, but I just wanted to allow the people that are on the Zoom to chime in on this very important component that we're introducing during the relaunch.
Just a minor correction. Dev team is not me, as much as I would like to say I could be that. It is DSign.
I thought that I fixed that, and let me see. Thank you for that. Let me get that corrected here. And yes, apologies for that. Did I see? I've got it here. Oh, did I get it changed in one place? Oh, anyway. Yeah. Unless
there's REtoken awarded, then I will take it.
That I had been voted off the island or something.
Right.
No,
that's what you get for teasing me on the chat.
You guys could mud Russell. We could sell tickets as a REtoken fundraiser. Huh?
Only if there's an NFT for it.
Oh yeah, we could make some NFT souvenirs.
Hey, Jason, did you get a chance to look at that feedback from the American Made Solar Prize? I don't know if we want to just talk through that or schedule that for something offline, but we did get a really thoughtful. We didn't win the American Made Solar Prize, but we did get a really thoughtful email about what they liked and thought we could improve on that proposal. So I don't know if we want to talk through that at some point, and if we want to go after grants or other different prizes with similar in the future.
Wow, it looks like a lot of it's a lot of words. TLDR, you know. Maybe we should review this offline and then have another discussion next week in our.
Sure.
Yeah,
I just want to let you guys know it was like a super satisfying thing, because a lot of times they say you didn't get it like the end, but this was like you didn't get it, but here's everything that we thought about your proposal. So they actually gave it a pretty thoughtful read through. So anyway, if this isn't the right forum for that, let's maybe go through that another time if anybody's interested in that feedback, and I can post that if you want.
I think this is totally the right forum. I just think we just probably need to look at it first. Maybe give it a pre-read.
Yeah,
okay, great. Email it to us, or where will you post it?
I can PDF this and throw it up on the Token Town channel in Discord. What I'm not sure who was asking that, but yeah, it's definitely some good feedback, and we are absolutely still in a fundraising mode. So until we have like more money in the bank, and then we're talking about like treasury management, we're still definitely in a fundraising mode as far as getting money for Token Town and coming up. We knew here, and I'm still very impressed with the efforts, because like from an idea evolution standpoint, we really didn't have a lot of time to prepare, and everybody that we talked to is super excited about Token Town and the opportunity to really architect a better housing governance framework that uses technology. Blockchain technology absolutely exists, and we'll have more conversations. So thank you for bringing that up. It was something that I did want to talk about, and there's another tab here too that just planted that on the Circle demo. This was an email from Andy, but I'll curb that conversation too. But did anybody else want to chime in on this? Yeah, and I'll PDF this, like I said, and throw it up on Discord there.
Hey Teresa, do you want to rephrase your question for the group that you asked in the chat?
I'm just wanting clarity on what the relaunch is. The response I got was that it's an effort to nail down the tool set and workflow across the DAO. And I just wanted some more specifics on what that means. I'm not really clear on what nailing down the workflow means.
Have you read any of those WeBiddle threads that I just showed earlier on Discord? Because that really, I think, characterizes some of the. So if there's questions on that, because the intent is to create a proposal. And again, like, to speak specifically, let me actually go down, because I mentioned here, right here, soon to come snapshot proposals. So these are the 5 and that will be coming in snapshot most immediately. So like this one, we biddle passive income with real estate investing for everyone. That's functionally what we've been talking about through the light paper. Another one, we biddle with a KISS philosophy. That's largely echoed through the light paper and what we, the community and the team that went through the effort on the light paper working group. So that's just a very good, like, product, our light paper, to amplify the KISS, keep it super simple philosophy. And then we biddle in inclusive and platform agnostic community. So again, mentioned this earlier during the community call, is that we heard that Discord, like, we leaned heavily as a community, as you know, Teresa, into Discord in August. I mean, we actually had a Slack before Discord, and in my opinion, you know, Discord is functionally about the same as far as Slack, but more open source and not enterprise geared. So, and then the final one out of these 5 that I had identified to pipeline first from a priority standpoint is we biddle our community platform with Mighty Networks or Circle.so. And it's not that we were—
So just a moment, Jason.
Yes,
my
Teresa.
question was more geared towards what is a relaunch? So does that mean that it's a time period where we promote these items, or fine tune them, or find methods to implement? I was just trying to get clarity on what the relaunch is. That's all. Is it a marketing campaign, or?
Yeah, so it's just categorically, like, you know, all of the change that's happening here in December, just kind of like package that. And yeah, it's more of a strategy to keep it simple, keep it KISS, keep it super simple. So like the opportunity for people to get excited, and you absolutely should be excited about what we've got going on here. I mean, we're putting a lot of tools in place, like Coordinate. I already talked ad nauseum already about this, and we've got another conversation coming up here later. We're looking at other tools like Mighty Networks and Circle. So like, yeah, absolutely.
So
it's just kind of
like
an umbrella
where we get where it's kind of more like maybe like an online corporate retreat where we go through and get all those things completed. Is that it?
It's just it's an umbrella to characterize this December. Like, when you look at a timeline, and this is like something that is still like, because one of the things that people have been talking about is like tokenomics, right? So like, we have some tokenomics at play here because we launched a social token that represents our community and our member base. And the way that we do that is participating. We are very intentional and thoughtful and increasingly creative. And this is one of the things that I encourage everybody that's listening here. If you think that we need to incentivize particular behavior, the way that we can do that is through like bounties. Like I've got this tab here for the ambassadors. We are needing to schedule the upcoming ambassadors team call. So like the opportunity, and this is an immediate opportunity, and let me actually share this, because this I'm actually extending this opportunity. The ambassadors call hasn't been finalized, so people that would like to participate in this, I'm putting it in the Zoom chat. I'm going to throw it in the live stream chat too. So the people that already chimed in earlier, they got 25 REtoken, and like, if people can get in here before I get the event finalized and scheduled via the Seshbot, they will get 10 REtoken. And this is the opportunity to get familiar with using a new tool. And this is Let Us Meet is one of these platform agnostic tools. It's very mobile friendly. And I don't know if somebody wanted to, why doesn't somebody that went through that process chime in as far as your initial thoughts that used it for the first time? I'm going to throw the link and go on mute while you do that.
Hey, Yonks, we're 3 minutes over our little open time.
All right. So getting back onto, so does that help clarify, Teresa, as far as just the relaunch and the kind of the intent there? So already, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. You can continue.
Yeah. So as far as the working group, and let me actually rewind here to the because I think I jumped forward to that snapshot proposals thing. So going back here, we were talking about the team captains and core relaunch. So one of the things, just to provide a summary there, holiday schedule, we have our upcoming at 3 o'clock. And do you know, Blurs, has that been scheduled via the Seshbot yet?
I have not scheduled anything at this time.
Okay. So one of the things that trying to get better at, and I'm gonna lead by example here. After the coordinate call, I'm going to get, and this is one of the things I would like, and this is a good opportunity to segue into that, is do we want to have a community call next? And I think it's the 22nd. I'll actually go back to the calendar real quick. And we're week 50 right now. Let's go to week 51. So is this one that we already agreed, no core team call on Sunday, but do we want to have the community call? I'm fine hosting it on Wednesday, but I'd love to hear like, no, don't do that, or yeah, that's great, or whatever.
If there's something to talk about, I will be around.
Well, that's enough, because I have fun hosting these, and they're, as you can imagine, with all the stuff here, there's going to be an unlimited amount of stuff to talk about. And I mean, like tonight, we only have 20 minutes left on our agenda. So let me kick back to that. We'll put it on the calendar, and then we'll also, going back to the one for the core team, we did agree to do the one on the January the 2nd to kick off the new year very strong as well. So let's see, right here, plan on January 2nd. So content team. So coordinate is in place for this week based upon, and we're putting that based upon who attended the content team call on Monday. And again, this isn't something that's locked in stone. If you're like, man, this is sounding amazing, I want to be involved, I want to contribute, reach out. And the content team, I have said and will continue to say, I largely look at this REtoken, the real estate DAO, as a content DAO right now. And the content that we've been doing a great job creating, and I think that there's opportunity to get better at doing that, is our live stream productions. And that's something that we have a lot of history and a lot of culture around. I mean, like, we agreed when we had our very first conversations around tokenomics, and I'm still shocked that somebody watched those, but Poopster, he largely credited, finding our project, and then like whatever caught his eye during the Decentralized Governance Gitcoin hackathon that we did win grand prize for, but he saw our project, and that's one of the things that we've just gotten better at and working on continually getting better at, as far as our YouTube channel and all the other channels, as far as from a live streaming standpoint. And wanted to thank Decentralized, so for again stepping up to lead the dev team. I saw that he made some forward efforts, got the coordinate in place, got the dev team call scheduled for Saturday at 1 o'clock. Is there anything that you wanted to speak about in anticipation for your dev team call on Saturday?
If you have more pain points, bring them up, bring them forward. We're also going to start talking about website design. So if that is something that you would like to be a part of, make sure that you make it to this meeting, or let somebody else on the dev team know that you want help.
Yeah, so what did you think about that unlock protocol outside of the Zoom anomaly at the front side of that?
That was pretty cool. And I hope that we can get that extra plugin that you were asking for.
Yeah, and that's the huge value of participating in stuff like that, because sometimes people like ourselves have a little different lens on that, and that just provides some scalability. And I think Julian, he was very helpful. And just to provide a little bit of perspective on Unlock Protocol, that's the smart contract platform protocol that we use to create our Token Town Founding Citizen NFT. And I was really excited about hearing and watching the demo of the WordPress plugin that they did. It was a complete revamp, rewrite of their previous WordPress plugin. And again, one of the ways that we're looking at utilizing Unlock Protocol here at REtoken, besides Token Town, which is functionally a separate DAO and separate tokenized community with we're going to be doing a completely separate governance model for Token Town Colorado. Specifically, it's looking to do a hybrid where it's combining the founding citizen NFT with tokens, and maybe, anyway, that's another story for another day. So with the Unlock Protocol for REtoken, have already put forward the opportunity every time that I've talked about that, and that's just yet one of the other WeBiddle proposals that's on that Discord thread for this REtoken relaunch month, is a founding 1K club NFT. And that's something that we're planning on having run through. And let me actually bring open our roadmap here. I always love showing our roadmap. And this is one of the things that I encourage people, like, if there's something that we don't have on here, and, you know, the opportunity of going through a process and getting that added, because like right now, Q1 is pretty sparse. It's an important opportunity as far as really increasing the access to everyone, because a lot of these summits and conferences, like the one that Teresa and I went to, that was Bertalo hosted in person, the Digital Assets and Securities Conference, great conference. It was a 3-day conference, absolutely phenomenal event. And got to give some props to Teresa. Her on the stage is still one of the most viewed, or not the most, it's the most viewed YouTube piece that's on our channel right now. So if you haven't watched that, that was just a snippet of that conference. But anyway, this virtual summit that we're talking about, we really want to create an opportunity for everybody to plug into that would like to learn more about real estate tokenization. But going back to the agenda here, because I kind of got off on a little bit of a tangent. So let's bring this in. So the roadmap, and the roadmap always gets me on a little bit of a tangent there. So the ambassadors team, I already showed a little bit the let us meet. And again, if you're wanting to take advantage, and this is one of the things, I'm going to go off on this tangent here real quick, because this is some of the workflow that we're testing out a little bit. And testing it out, we've kind of got two channels going on over here. We've got a bounties 1 and a bounties 2. And this is the a thread that made here. This is the bounty that I've been talking about as far as people that want to participate in the ambassadors team will more than likely schedule that. And let me go to that tab here, because this is one of the cool things. You can see it. It basically creates a heat map based upon the responders' availability. So you can see that the biggest availability, so we'll probably look at putting this over here on Friday, since it's almost Thursday already. And I'm not sure yet what type of cadence as far as the ambassadors team. Like this week, we've got the coordinate call, and based upon where everybody was at, and that Coordinate is a new tool for pretty much everybody, it felt necessary to do a midweek sync, because one of the other opportunities with Coordinate that we still need to finalize is how that we're going to be rewarding that. But again, tune into the meeting after that, because that's where we're going to be talking about that. So, and did you want to say anything here, Mrs. Yonks, as far as, I did want to do this. This was one of the windows that I had here. This is another opportunity that we have if we wanted to take advantage of that. This is our REtoken email account here. So we got an email from Andy at Circle Demo. And let me make this a little bit bigger, and let me collapse this so that you can see it. So Andy was talking about, and you know, this is probably an auto-generated email, but they're really like kind of new to the scene. And I think Mighty Networks is easily their largest competitor. but we could potentially grab a time slot that I'm sure that we could all plug into and turn into. I mean, it says one-on-one demo, but I'm sure he would love to demo it to our team. But let's take a look and see what the availability, because I thought that it might be a good opportunity to combine that with our ambassadors over here on Friday the 17th. So let's take a look. What is everybody thinking? Do you want to see a 30-minute demo from the Circle guys?
I was just going to say that if this link to Let Us Meet, it would have sealed the deal.
Maybe they have that functionality. Oh, it is Calendly. Calendly has, and one of the things that I like about Let Us Meet compared to like Calendly is Let Us Meet doesn't require any integration. I'm pretty sure Calendly is more designed to be like a Google type of an integration. I haven't personally signed up for a Calendly account, but that is one thing that's fabulous about Let Us Meet is that you don't have to really, you just like create a very simple account, and there's not like, hey, give me access to your Google Calendar or anything weird like that. But I'm thinking right here, we've got, I mean, everybody that responded to this ambassadors team, I'm thinking if we do this demo, I mean, I can put it out there. I wouldn't mind seeing what he's got right now. All indications are that Mighty Networks, I think, makes a lot more sense for us as a community, but I don't want to influence any decisions. And, you know, going through, we felt that it would be irresponsible of us not to like adequately and fully explore a platform and understand it based upon where we're at today. So that's kind of the thoughts on that. Well, I'm not seeing any indications one way or the other. So I don't want to burn people's times if they're not interested in seeing a demo. So if you're interested in seeing a demo, let me know and we can get that scheduled. I'll figure out on this Let Us Meet. I want to give people the opportunity, as I promised, to put in any availability for people that may be wanting to participate in that. I'll get that scheduled after our upcoming coordinate call. We only have 10 minutes left here.
Yeah, I was just going to say that that's probably something we should probably chat about the Discord for the ambassadors. So, yeah.
And that's circle.io. What's the website where I can get?
Circle.so, S is in Samo. Circle,
yeah,
one circle, singular.
Okay.
If somebody could throw in the link to, well, and it's what, REtoken.circle.so. I mean, it's super easy to sign up. I think we had like a half a dozen people that signed up. We actually have the replay of that, and that's something that Mrs. Yonks. And did you want to add anything more to that conversation here, Tyler?
About Circle or about, what do you mean?
Just the new platform team, or what your thoughts are as far as upcoming conversations about that, or just anything in general on that topic specifically.
Yeah, I'm super excited to introduce REtoken to people who either aren't familiar with Discord or they are familiar with it and they just don't like it. I mean, there are lots of times when I'm on Discord all day, every day, and there are times when I just want to look at a website that's not pinging me a couple times an hour and just look at stuff or look stuff up. So I'm super excited to have, and I think either one of these platforms would be fine, but I'm more familiar with Mighty Networks. But yeah, I love the interface. I'm so excited to be able to have something clean and pretty to show people who are not Discord people what we're doing and invite them to participate.
Awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to keep on going down with the agenda here. I think we're pretty much done with most of the stuff that wanted to talk about. Already spoke about this. I did want to talk about the community members of the week, and this is one opportunity for everybody here. I did create some proposals after going through the related airdrops, and the current community members of the week are And these were nominated last week. Ernest and Julie. Julie, again, thank you for all that you're doing on the timestamps. Ernest has been absolutely fabulous as far as the engagement in Discord and on YouTube. So thank you, everybody. And again, we do have a couple proposals, created 3 proposals, and this was related to the airdrops. This was previous community members of the week, DSign, Michael Martin, and Skeeman Freeman. So that was from week 45. That was new community members of the week, and then Poopster for community member of the week. And this is one of the things that we want to do, amplify this. We love this program. We love rewarding people that are contributing, bringing special recognition. We believe every opportunity that we can where people deserve it to bring some special recognition. So the opportunity of enhancing this, getting some, processes like maybe have a special POAP for a community member of the week or whatever. So just throwing that out there as far as some thoughts where people that want to support that initiative, and wanted to thank Julie too. This is, we've got a POAP design contest, and this is one of the other things that I had on the agenda that I wanted to make sure to speak about. I already spoke about working on improving the bounties and stuff like that. So this is the tweet that I sent out, and Julie already replied there. We've got a channel on the Discord for the POAP design contest. And this is something I think that we need to extend the time. The goal on this is to have a special POAP to signify this relaunch effort. And basically, one of the cool features with Snapshot is that you can actually, whenever somebody goes through the voting process, you can automatically generate a POAP for that. So it's absolutely fabulous. And then the thought is to do a special snapshot at the end of the month for.
Oh, we lost Jonks. Although he does look pensive.
So it's just a few minutes left before the next meeting, correct? At 8 o'clock Eastern, where we'll be going over
so.
coordinate.
Yeah. Mrs. Young, can I ask you a question, Tyler? Are you here? Tyler. He's off too.
Yep. Okay, he completely fell off. Okay, Crush, you are the host now, apparently. Just FYI.
Tyler's
Okay.
back.
Yeah, I think we're having a little internet problem. We are already just 5 minutes till the next one for coordinate. So I wanted to just jump in real fast and say, if any of you guys want to nominate a community member of the week, we do it once a week, and we've gotten a little off with our weeks, but would love to just open that up. That's not just Yonks or core team. It's just anybody who wants to nominate somebody or more than one person to do stuff. So feel free to make that.
I want to nominate Blur's Day because he's done a fantastic job.
Awesome. Do you want to throw that in voting proposals?
I want to nominate somebody too.
Okay,
well, you
cool.
have to throw it. You have to put it in voting
I want to nominate
proposals.
Blackfire. I don't know if he's been nominated already, but if you have seen all those info that he had posted, which I was able to share with other groups because it was really informative, I'd like to do that.
Well, maybe
All right,
we
awesome.
should consider having 2 community members of the week, or maybe even 3, because
there's 2 or 3 sometimes. So it's okay.
I think DSign did a lot this week too, as well.
Yeah, we had like 4 last week, so.
Yeah, we can have several in a week.
Yeah, we're the boss of us. Yes. Okay. So DSign, Blur's Day, and Blackfire. I can just throw that in voting proposals for a temp check, and I'll throw it in Snapshot. But yeah, I think we need to add that as an agenda item maybe every community call, I'll just ask for that. I'm just going to throw that on our agenda just to make an announcement about that, and then we can just start on voting proposal. So yeah, super excited about that. My network connection's failing on my computer, so maybe a problem with our internet. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Come back, guys, in a few minutes on the new link, and we'll go ahead and start coordinate. And if you haven't made a YouTube comment, give us a thumbs up and give us a comment so we can get you some bonus REtoken. So we'll see everybody in a few minutes on coordinate. Thanks.